Mixing up excess, hookups, attractive people, and a great amount of drama is the best formula for success on reality TV. The definitive proof of this was Jersey Shore, which, despite being defunct for almost a decade, marked a blueprint for future shows such as Buckhead Shore, which premiered in June 2022. Just like the previous MTV series, the cast of Buckhead Shore does a good job at making the best out of every experience, even if it means getting into trouble more often than not. However, will they be able to achieve the same level of uniqueness and success as their predecessors? And is it true that they've already got on the nerves of the local police? Keep with us to know all about the cast of Buckhead Shore. There are many aspects which make the cast of Buckhead Shore quite different from MTV's previous shows, except maybe for their flamboyant attitude and easiness in creating problems. As if to prove that theory, the cast threw a big party in late June 2022 to celebrate the premiere of Buckhead Shore. However, the celebration, held in an ostentatious mansion in Atlanta, apparently got a little out of hand, prompting complaints from the neighbors, and it didn't take long for the police to get there. According to TMZ, it wasn't only the allegedly obnoxious noise coming from the house that bothered local people, but also the dozens of cars wrongly parked and on both sides of the street that made the situation quite unbearable. Fortunately, officers didn't have any problems shutting the party down, as the organizers were quite cooperative in the whole issue, landing them 0 tickets for it. While it's unknown who exactly from the cast attended the party, apparently MTV didn't have anything to do with it. Furthermore, it was reported that an independent videographer filmed the entirety of the party, although the footage was supposedly meant for personal purposes and not for the show. Anyway, while it isn't surprising that these big parties cause a ruckus, it's at least relieving to know nothing serious happened. While the cast of Buckhead Shore is fortunately not involved in serious legal issues, there are already personal problems within their group. The most drama-inducing subplot in the show is definitely the love triangle between Parker Lipman, Katie Canham, and Savannah Nicole Gabriel. By the time the show started filming, it was already apparent that Parker and Savannah had some issues to deal with, specifically having to do with his ex-wife Katie being invited to the Lake Burton house the show is being filmed at. While Parker swears he had no other option than to include Katie in the group's summer vacation, there appear to be lingering feelings between the former couple, and that makes the atmosphere very uncomfortable. Even if it's expected that animosity will grow between the sides given the complicated situation, it's apparently meant to end in disaster. As Parker said in an interview with In Touch Weekly, Katie still holds a special place in his heart. I mean, for me, it just wasn't an easy position to be in. She is someone that I dated and that I loved for the last 4 years. It's yet to be seen if Parker will be able to turn the page and let his past love go, or if nostalgia will prove to be stronger than anything else. But it's for sure that someone will lose something in the end. While not as dramatic as the stories of his co-stars, Adamo Giraldo's life struggles have surely awakened the interest of many people tuning into the show. Despite his partygoer attitude, Adamo isn't shy in showing that deep love he has for his family, and specifically, his close relationship with his mother is lovely to say the least. However, Adamo has a secret. As seen in the show's premise, his summer in Buckhead will be the point to his finally coming out to his mother, which he told TV Insider could be an empathizing factor for part of the audience. I know a lot of people deal with that in wanting to come out, but have fear of the backlash and maybe losing their families, he affirmed, adding that revealing his sexual preferences on screen could make other people feel going through the similar struggles less lonely. I felt it was important to show other people you're not the only one going through it. While it's unknown how his loved ones will react to his coming out, it's undeniably refreshing to see these topics being addressed by Buckhead Shore. As said in the show, the house in Lake Burton in which everything is filmed belongs to Parker's parents. However, while the property is gorgeous and apparently fitting for any group of 20-something people to have the greatest fun at, apparently the house hasn't been fulfilling its duty of being Parker's family's summer refuge, as his friends have been the ones to use it for years. Not only have almost the entirety of the Buckhead Shore cast been good friends for several years, but have also made it their summer tradition for far too long. As Parker said in an interview with TV Insider, "We've been going up to my lake house for the last 15 years. I feel like something always happens or goes down." Parker's family's house is interesting indeed, not only because it includes all the conveniences associated with upper-class people and their privileged heirs, but also because its location on Lake Burton offers their guests many gorgeous natural views, almost making up for the fact that the area isn't a real shore, unlike the show title says. While it's certainly true that the inclusion of Parker's ex-girlfriend Katie Canham in the show appears to be a good reality TV tactic to create drama, there's a strong reason as to why MTV wanted her there. As it happens, the initial idea for Buckhead Shore came from both Katie and Parker. As they affirmed to TV Insider, they broke up sometime before the pandemic quarantine came into effect in 2020. However, as the house was free to use and she had nowhere else to spend those times, they agreed to stay in the Lake Burton house together. Of course, leaving two exes alone in one place could either end in them getting back together or make their coexistence a difficult matter. Apparently, the latter was the case for Katie and Parker, who realized that their then current living arrangements could be juicy TV content. They sold the content to MTV, and the show was filming by the end of summer 2021. Even though their broken relationship was at its lowest point, given that his new girlfriend, the fiery Savannah, was obviously not thrilled to share the house and TV time with his former partner. While things didn't turn out the way it was initially planned, Katie and Parker must be happy that their idea saw the light in the end. Even though the formula used for Buckhead Shore has proven to be effective for MTV several times already in the last decade, the cast is formed by many unknown faces in the industry. So, let's meet them. Parker Lippman's family owns the fried chicken restaurant chain Zaxby, which currently has over 900 locations. His position as the son of one of the company's top executives landed him a good spot in the outlet division of the business, a job he was basically trained for. "It's a way of life for me. I grew up at headquarters," he told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Parker's appearances in the show should surely build him a reputation as a rich, good-looking heir, though he also expects it'll bring Zaxby great things. "I think it's pretty cool I can shed some light on that brand. Since this will be aired globally, I think it will impact things in a really great way," as he pointed out in an interview with TV Insider. However, it's yet to be seen if his stunts in the reality TV genre will result in good publicity for the company or not. Katie Canham was certainly the perfect addition to the show, although it's unfortunate that not a lot is known about the bombshell, including her family's background and other important details. Her pretty, active presence on social media let us see that her modeling career has been thriving. Apparently a native of Atlanta, Katie is currently part of the talent division of the agency Zombie Models, which represents her career alongside the internationally famous Ford Models. According to her Instagram with over 20,000 followers, Katie enjoys fashion, traveling, posing on the beach, and of course, seems to party a lot. Even if her queen bee personality might mislead you, Buckhead Shore also shows Katie dealing with heavy personal struggles. Despite her good looks in front of the cameras, Savannah Gabriel's private image online makes getting to know details about her personal life quite difficult. As seen in her social media, she likes to travel, bikini pose, and wears strikingly trendy clothes. But the information revealed about her background is limited to only knowing she moved to Atlanta a couple years ago. Regardless of her reserved personality, following the show's premiere, Savannah opened up about her experience in Buckhead Shore. With cameras and alcohol, it definitely got very messy, but in all, it was a really fun time. She confessed to Distractify. The most surprising part about Savannah's interview was to admit that her rivalry with Katie isn't as polarizing as it appears to be. "We both really cared about Parker, and we both are kind of feeling awkward and uncomfortable. So we kind of bonded through that." Meanwhile, the status of her relationship with Parker remains unknown. Until the series reveals it, there's still hope that things might not have turned out as terribly as anticipated. Just like his co-stars, Adam Giraldo's first experience in the entertainment world came with Buckhead Shore. However, The surprising aspects of his life have to do with the fact that he was enlisted in the U.S. Navy, or that he started sharing music covers on the YouTube platform in his teens, which, needless to say, are quite great. Adamo currently works as an aircraft mechanic, but his recently growing online popularity will surely take him to some exciting, new professional adventures. Unlike her co-stars, Bethania Locke's sweet personality and naivete in the dating field makes her the show's loveliest cast member. Despite coming from a strict household, Bethania not only had the support of her family to join the reality TV industry, but also lets everyone see her truest party-going self through Buckhead Shore. While Chelsea Prescott's Instagram feed only lets you see her hottest side as a socialite, she actually holds a political science degree from Georgia State University. That being said, besides having the brains and the looks, Chelsea's high spirits and fiery attitude are surely a sight every Buckhead Shore viewer won't want to lose. Trying to gain a place in the music industry could be quite difficult, though at least DJ Simmons has the example of his famous father, Daryl Simmons, to inspire himself in his journey. While all the parties and busy social life in Atlanta distract him from time to time, he hopes his appearances in Buckhead Shore help him to achieve his most ambitious goal, which is to reconnect with his former babysitter, Beyoncé. She was sweet, caring, loving, giving, and nurturing, as he told Page 6. Will his recently acquired TV fame land him a meeting with the Queen Bee? That's yet to be seen. Just like his co-stars, Juju Barney's background is quite enviable. As the son of the famous Magic City's club owner, Michael Magic Barney, Juju is definitely the soul of every party in town, which he has no shame in admitting. Parker is the king of chicken strips. I'm the king of stripper chicks, he proudly said in an interview with the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. As the best pal of Parker Lipman, it isn't surprising that Pat Murison follows quite a similar lifestyle. However, Pat does a good job at managing his active party life, running several businesses, his career as a singer, and more recently, becoming a father. When asked by TV Insider what he wants people to see in Buckhead Shore, Pat said, "I don't want people to say, 'They are such wannabes.' We're still goofy kids at the end of the day." Whether Pat's positive hopes regarding the show's perception will come true is unknown, but so far the cast has done a good job at building the perfect image to fit Buckhead Shore's exuberant and inevitably controversial premise. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.